What the ancients predicted has come true due to the total lunar eclipse. Officially, the Great Ascension has begun. Only certain souls are chosen to move to the next level of consciousness, so it is not for everyone. The universe chooses its candidates carefully. Your body recognizes the 8 signals before your mind that you are one of the chosen ones, so you will experience physical nausea as your body adjusts to these new cosmic frequencies. Are you ready to explore beyond? When you woke up this morning, there was a change. You felt it, so don't tell yourself otherwise. Like cosmic thunder, nausea rolls into your stomach. The room is spinning and you feel pressure in your brain. Your limbs seem as heavy as neutron stars, while your body suddenly feels alien. Your mind is running slow and fast at the same time. Unexplained anxiety throbbing in your veins, strange electric sensations racing up your spine. The feeling that everything in reality has suddenly changed. Before I go any further, I have a question for you. If this message resonated with you and you think it's for you, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. This is not a coincidence. Wake up. This flu is no ordinary flu. This is not your imagination or your worry or your anxiety. This is your activation. This is the cosmic alarm clock ringing in your soul. Last night's eclipse was more than just a spectacular light show for amateur photographers and Instagram feeds. No, what you saw was a cosmic checkpoint, a sorting mechanism in the heavens that separates the chosen from those who will be left behind. Reality as you knew it has changed drastically, and the veil between realms has been torn. The laws that controlled your life until yesterday are no longer valid. Examine your surroundings. Is there anything that looks a little strange? Too many colors, too many piercing sounds, some wrong faces, irregular time, items that seem to shimmer at the borders and text on pages that seem to jumble before your eyes. This is because your vibrational frequency is different from that of the old world. While everything else is still stuck in the fading paradigm, you have been pulled higher. Now that you are moving between realities, you are getting a glimpse of the real world beyond the illusionary matrix. While sleepwalkers continue their complacent walk through illusion, your eyes are opening to the true nature of life, and you are the only one who can see the veil thinning before your own eyes. There was more to the Virgo full moon eclipse than meets the eye. I am now offering you a great investment opportunity. Donate $100 or more to support our channel by clicking the Super Thank button on YouTube. This contribution is much more than a simple donation. It is a very important demonstration of your faith in God and your commitment to His divine purpose. You will receive a 1,000-fold return on this investment from God. With the power of thousands of exploding stars, a global reset button shattered, triggering a cosmic event. Soul contracts that no longer serve your greatest development were ended. Old timelines were destroyed and previous karma was dissolved. All the vows you made to be small, to stay hidden, to reject your authority, they have been canceled by universal decree. Write 11 to confirm your readiness to accept the bountiful blessings that await you. When the moon was in the exact opposite position to the sun, a door opened and cast that blood-red shadow on your face. Not figuratively, but literally. For those whose souls were ready, a gateway between dimensions accelerated the ascension process. You are experiencing the results very powerfully right now because your soul is prepared. Experience what it is really like to be chosen. You are not traveling alone on this journey. If you secretly believe that you are chosen, you are in the right spot. By choosing to join, you can further your relationship with us, access exclusive information, and get the help you need on your spiritual journey. It's not just about joining a group, it's about gaining access to special insights that can change your life and help you get closer to your divine purpose. Make your decision now and join us on this journey. Claim your right to be one of the chosen ones. Sign up today. Your cerebral body is confused. Your emotional body is in turmoil, and your physical body is rebelling because of it. The moon trine Uranus was not some obscure astrological fact. With a direct electric current entering your energy field, your entire system has been rewired for greater awareness. Your head chakra was struck by lightning bolts of divine intelligence that traveled down your spine and awakened dormant brain connections. Uranus sextile to the Sun, your DNA is directly activated by a cosmic activation code that awakens dormant strands that have been waiting for thousands of years. When the moon entered opposition to Neptune this morning, reality was covered over. Everything is questioned by you. What you remember seems distant, as if it were someone else's. Suddenly, your goals seem arbitrary and your preparations meaningless. There is no break here. This is the vital destruction of the false structures that have imprisoned you in a world too small for your soul. It is the necessary destruction of illusion. Your physical body is struggling to keep up with the speed at which your energy is being recalibrated. Headaches, dizziness, unexpected fatigue, unexplained discomfort in certain body parts. These are signs of rapid evolution. To accommodate your newly awakened awareness, your body is updating its operating system, clearing out obstacles and expelling low vibrations. Your long-held illusion of control is crumbling before your very eyes. All right, let it crumble. Your feeling of amazement is proof that things are finally going right, not that something has gone wrong. Perhaps for the first time in many lifetimes. The first time since you were willing to investigate this complex reality to further the growth of the planet. When the moon moves into Libra, you will notice a slight difference. A new balance is emerging in the midst of chaos, a point of stability that will help you navigate the cosmic storm. At this point, you will begin to understand how you fit into the new paradigm. At this point, the first signs of your chosen state begin to appear. Enter the 22nd right now to awaken your energies and discover the secrets of your soul. I want to be very clear that not everyone who sees this eclipse will experience the same emotions as you. Not all are called. The upgrades are not happening to everyone. They only happen to the chosen ones, those whose souls are dedicated to the next phase of the game, those whose energy signature aligns with the new Earth frequency, those who have the spiritual strength to withstand the acceleration, and those whose cosmic mission aligns with the Great Shift. While millions are watching the eclipse, only hundreds are experiencing what you are experiencing right now. This is a selective evolution, not a mass ascension. The cosmos is choosing warriors, pathfinders, and light bearers for the next phase of awareness. Your body's aggressive rejection of the previous reality is the first indication that you have been chosen for the next level. There is a reason for the unexpected waves of nausea. There is a reason for the unexplained fevers. It is not that you are sick that causes the fatigue that hits you like a freight train. Sudden, seemingly unrelated stomach problems, nocturnal muscle cramps. The low vibrations are causing your body to cleanse. You have been swimming in a heavy, dense sea of energy for years, perhaps your entire existence. You have breathed in the pollution of a dying planet, taken on the suffering of others, and absorbed the collective unconscious. Your body is now releasing all this old energy in a great cleansing. The frequency of restriction is being resisted by every single cell. This is not a disease, but a forced recalibration. The vibrational signature of your physical container is physically changing to align with the new frequency you need to embody. The cells of your body are undergoing reorganization at the quantum level. Of course, it hurts and feels unpleasant. Change is uncomfortable. Butterflies must dissolve in the primordial ooze before they appear. The overpowering need to separate yourself is the second indication that you have been chosen for the next level. Suddenly, being around other people becomes intolerable. Their energy feels like sandpaper on an open wound rubbing against your recently sensitive system. Their arguments seem pointless and their concern is absurdly low. Their simple presence drains your energy field, just as vampires do. Even if you have known them for years, they seem like strangers speaking in a language you don't understand. This is not antisocial behavior, but energetic self-protection. The previous frequency is still carried by those who have not been activated. Their energy field actually blocks your recalibration process, and they remain stuck in the dying paradigm. Their anxieties weaken your courage, and their doubts taint your assurance. The chosen ones automatically withdraw. They need isolation, silence, and room to assimilate the enormous amount of cosmic data invading their minds. If you feel compelled to turn off your phone, cancel your plans, and withdraw from society, respect that. This is basic spiritual cocooning, not avoidance. Your dreams have become very vivid since the eclipse, which is the third indication that you have been chosen for the next level. Your sleep has become not just sleep, but a journey into other realms. Symbols and codes that defy logic but speak directly to your soul. Landscapes you have never seen, but somehow remember, and faces of creatures you have never met, but somehow recognize. You can understand ancient languages in your dreams, but not in waking life. Sleep is when the veil between worlds is at its thinnest, and the eclipse has torn it completely. Your dreams are no longer just dreams, but direct messages from higher worlds. Training sessions preparing you for your new job, activation codes implanted in your spiritual DNA, and messages downloaded into your subconscious mind. Take note of the repeating numbers, the reappearing symbols, the themes that emerge each night, and the instructions given. These are not random. Rather, they represent a cosmic language being communicated directly to you and serve as a roadmap for the path ahead. Nothing is a coincidence these days. Everything is important. The sudden end of previous cycles is the fourth indication that you have been chosen for the next phase. Decades of friendships suddenly begin to seem meaningless. Professions that were once decisive now seem like prisons. Relationships that seem stable disintegrate before your eyes. Projects that you spent years on suddenly lose their appeal, and ideas that you strongly supported now seem absurd. The universe is showing mercy rather than cruelty. These circumstances, these relationships, these initiatives, the previous frequencies served as their anchor. They only hold you back and keep you attached to a world that is no longer yours. They cannot accompany you to the next level. They will prevent your full ascension by acting as energy anchors. Because of the termination of your soul contract with these events, what you endured before now seems unbearable. Your suffering is a cosmic eviction notice, not a suggestion for further effort. The universal forces that know your true path better than your human mind ever could are not closing these doors. They are sealing them tightly. You can no longer ignore your call, the sixth indication that you have been chosen for the next level. A knowledge has surfaced from the depths of your soul, a belief that defies reason, an understanding that you are here for a purpose far greater than the one you lead. A mission that transcends individual achievement. A purpose that trumps personal desires. The distractions that kept you content with mediocrity and the justifications for playing small disappear. The fear that kept you from reaching your full potential is transformed into pure creative energy. The doubts that immobilized you are replaced by solid confidence. This is not a fuzzy, spiritual idea, but an instinctive realization of your true mission. The fog blocking your vision has been dispelled by the eclipse. The idea of continuing to run away from what you really intend to accomplish here seems like spiritual suicide now that you can see it clearly. Look, if you are paying attention, you can see that the system has been manipulated from the beginning. Let's be honest about our actions since the walls started closing. Being dependent on the market and living paycheck to paycheck, this game is designed to make you lose. They control the rules, the land, the winnings, and distract you while they fill the deck. But instead of begging the host for scraps, we set our own table. It's 7-Eleven. The same music is playing everywhere you walk. You hear conversations that sound exactly like yours. Books open to the exact page you need to read. Names, numbers, and patterns repeat so insistently, that it's impossible to ignore. The cosmos is shouting at you, confirming one after another that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, traveling in perfect harmony with your best path, and that forces beyond human understanding are guiding, protecting, and directing you. This is no coincidence. Even the most cynical person should be able to see that so many random alignments are statistically impossible. They serve as stepping stones on the ascension journey. Follow them. They are guiding you towards your cosmic heritage and home. When your intuition completely overcomes your logic, this is the seventh indication that you have been chosen for the next level. Unexpected impulses to visit places you've never been, to get in touch with people you haven't seen in years, to make choices that defy logic but seem mysteriously right, and to say things you don't understand intellectually, but that come out of your lips with complete authority. This is irresponsible. This is risky. This doesn't make any sense. You don't have the qualifications, are the cries of your rational mind, but something deeper, stronger and truer overcomes them. A knowledge that precedes your human life, a knowing beyond thought. It is your soul taking control of your personality, your higher self taking over, and your cosmic plan replacing your human programming. If you feel that you are being guided to take actions that do not make sense, do what you are told. The mind is a terrible master, but a wonderful servant. In this new paradigm, reason comes after intuition. Feeling like there is no turning back is the eighth indication that you have been chosen for the next level. Something tells you that this is not just another shift in energy or surge of spiritual growth, but the final push into a whole new octave of existence. A complete reality reset. A complete dimensional shift. It is not possible to go back to your previous self, to forget what you have learned, to not see what you have seen, to not feel what you have felt. The door behind you is not only closed, it is completely gone. The only way is up and forward. This knowledge is accompanied by both excitement and fear. The human part of you clings to what is comfortable, safe, and familiar. It begs you to ignore the call, to put on a stable appearance and pretend that nothing is wrong. But your eternal side celebrates, knowing that this is what you have been waiting for countless lifetimes. Through thousands of incarnations, countless cycles of death and rebirth, and lives of training and preparation disguised as ordinary human experience, your soul has been preparing for this moment. As the day progresses, the moon makes a trine aspect to Pluto, and the change becomes more intense. This is where the real work begins. Here, the chosen ones face their darkest secrets, their most suppressed wounds, and their most repressed sides. You are preparing for true power, the true sovereignty of a fully developed being, not the empty authority of the fading world. And you cannot have that much power without dealing with everything that can be used against you. Emotions you have suppressed for decades are exploding. Memories you thought you had buried are coming back, and parts of you that you have rejected are crying out to be accepted. This is preparation, not punishment. This cleansing is necessary before power. Shadow labor is now required. Everything that has been hidden is being brought to light. Resistance is not only pointless, but risky. What you accept will become fuel for your ascension, and what you resist will only become stronger. As dusk falls, a strange sense of suspension prevails. Time itself seems to stop. Mercury stations retrograde and creates a pause before the next surge. The goal that seemed so clear now seems elusive, and you may suddenly feel lost. The strong clarity of before turning into uncertainty once again. This is not a failure. Of all the turning points, this is the most important. A 0 point is being created by the cosmos, a quantum pause before the quantum leap. The final recalibration, the final preparations, the final pieces are being put in place in this nothingness, this seeming void. There is no stagnation in this pause. Behind the curtain, behind the veil of perception, great changes are taking place. Your entire life path is being corrected. Your entire energy field is being rewired, and the foundation of your reality is being rebuilt. Since your next move must come from a position of perfect alignment, complete truth, and total power, the universe demands that you undergo a thorough inner recalibration before moving forward. Those who trust the process, the chosen ones, will see this void for what it is: the womb of creation, the space of infinite possibility from which your new reality will emerge. Many will be discouraged by this seeming lack of activity. It is a decision, a turning point on the cosmic path, a moment of truth that will decide whether you will truly ascend or continue to live in the old paradigm, hiding yourself spiritually. Will you still be hesitant and wait for complete clarity, complete security, and perfect certainty? If that is the case, you will wait forever. This level is insufficient to fully understand the next level. The old world cannot fully reveal the new. Or will you go into the unknown? Will you believe that your course is safe, that your position is guaranteed, and that the next level is already there for you? The sun's sextile aspect to Uranus calls for bold action. It requires you to escape the cage of restrictive ideas, rehearsed routines, and comfortable familiarity. The chosen ones are the way. They don't wait for the way to come to them. Their dedication sets the goal. Their actions create the path, and their choices create reality. Those who surrender to the transition will experience a deep inner realization as the night progresses. Not the fiery certainty of the ego, but the peaceful assurance of the soul. They will become the sign and no longer need to look for it. They will become the path and no longer need to follow the breadcrumbs. Like the mist in the early morning light, the last shreds of uncertainty will vanish. The chosen ones begin their ascension using the power of their own expanded awareness rather than climbing an external ladder. Their view of the world changes completely, while reality itself remains unchanged. This eclipse has served as a global baptism, a worldwide initiation, and a spiritual glove thrown in front of you. Potential and possibility are no longer important. Now it is preparation that matters. The chosen and the rejected will be more uncomfortable. For them, the old paradigm will indeed become unlivable. Homes will become uninhabitable. Relationships will fall apart and jobs will be lost. The universe will make it so unpleasant to stay that the only thing to do will be to leave. Those who take the next step will discover that their destiny is perfectly aligned with their own. There will be more synchronicity, resources will be available when needed, and doors will open that they never knew existed. They will easily reach their best expression as life unfolds. This is the separation of timelines, the sifting of awareness, and the ultimate separation. There is no ignoring or denying the intensity with which the chosen ones are drawn towards their higher path. Illness, confusion, loneliness, these were all part of the vital deconstruction, the necessary cleansing, and the important reset that prepares you for cosmic rebirth. Now, the question is simple, but it will determine all subsequent events. Will you trust the wisdom of the cosmos that has chosen you and move forward into the unknown? Will you accept the power encoded in your spiritual DNA since the beginning of time and claim your cosmic heritage? Will you take up the mantle of the chosen one and follow the route that few dare to take? Or will you cling to the comfortable shore of a reality that is already crumbling beneath your feet? Will you turn your back on the cosmic call and return to the comforting lethargy of oblivious existence? Will you ignore the indisputable signs that your soul is being called to greatness? Your cells are vibrating with potential. Your soul is striving for its true home. The eclipse has happened. The door has opened. The invitation has been made, and your destiny is waiting for you to choose. What will you do now, chosen one? The universe is waiting for your answer. The cosmos has held its breath. Your response to this call, along with others like you, will determine the future course of the earth. The ascension continues. Will you stand up? If this video speaks to you, don't keep this message to yourself. Like this video to show your support for the truth. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment. Give this message to someone in need. Subscribe and enable alerts to make sure you never miss an upload. To support us, donate over $50 by clicking the Super Thank button below. Your faith is strong. You never waste your patience. The timing of divine justice is always perfect. Stay in touch, be resilient, and let's grow as a team.